Good morning, everybody. Good morning from a very, very sunny day in the UK, I'm glad to say. Hopefully, it's nice and sunny where you are. First of all, if you've just clicked play, just to let you know, if it isn't Thursday morning, the 19th of March at 10 o'clock, you are actually watching us on playback, but you are most welcome. We're just going to give around about a minute or so for all our members to join us because we are going live today on many forums. So first of all, I'd like to say good morning to Pit from Riviera Travel. Good morning, Pit. How are you?
Good morning, Pete. Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks so much for having me today.
Excellent. Lovely to see you. And of course, we have from PFC HQ in Cardiff, we have Luke. Good morning, Luke. How are you, my friend?
Morning, Pete. I'm good. How are you?
Hi, Pete. Excellent. Excellent. We have a really exciting show today, as normal, but this really is exciting. Yeah. We're talking about, it's actually a part holiday, part cruise, and we're talking about Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Mekong. Absolutely incredible. So first of all, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the video. It makes such a difference. And please also make sure you subscribe to our channel. Please say hello. Please let us know where you're watching from, because that's really helpful. Yes. And the best thing is, if you've got any questions, now is the opportunity to ask, because we're going live on our YouTube channel, PFC TV. We're going live on the Solo Cruise Forum. We're going live on the Solo Holiday Forum, and we're going live on the Solo Luxury Forum. So let us know where you're watching from. That would be great. Right. I think most people have joined us now. We will go through everything again. So just to let you know, we're talking about 15 nights to Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Mekong. Part holiday, part cruise. That's the number, folks. That's the number to call. Be ready to give that number a call. It's a local number. 02920 619 961. Local number. Luke, this looks an absolutely stunning opportunity. It really does. So please, Luke, before we hit the deal, which we're going to hit very quickly, by the way, Luke, talk us through roughly the highlights of this itinerary, please.
Yeah, so first off, we've got the kind of a quick overview of the day-to-day itinerary. So we're going to start off, obviously, flying from the UK. We're going to travel to Hanoi on an overnight flight. So day 2, we will arrive in Hanoi and obviously transfer to our first hotel. Day 3, we're going to explore Hanoi and Siem Reap. Day 4, we're going to visit the temples of Angkor. Day 5, again, Siem Reap. Day 6 is where we are going to board the beautiful Riviera Alba for our 6-night sailing. Opapel Village then with, excuse the pronunciation, Wat Roka Kawang on day 7. Then we have 2 days in Phnom Penh. Day 10 is a day sailing on the Mekong, so you can take in the lovely views there from the boat. Day 11, An Giang and Dong Thap. Day 12, Kai Bay and Sa Dek. Day 13, we're going to be visiting then in Saigon. And day 14, we've got the Cu Chi tunnels. And day 15 then will be your journey home for your arrival then on day 16.
Wow, that is a wonderful itinerary. Just a quick note to Darryl, all in the team watching. Can you check that we are going live on all our forums, please? Just check we're actually going live on all our Facebook forums, because I can't see us live on the Facebook cruise forum. And so please double check that. This is the wonderful map, basically, where we're going there. That's the wonderful map. Now, Luke, it's all about the deal, isn't it? So get ready. Drum roll. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, we've got 3 dates on this one, all solo exclusive departures as well. So everybody on this trip will be a solo passenger. So the first date we've got is the 27th of October, 2027. We have 3 different options from a cabin category. The first 2 grades are Vista Suites, so they are your French balconies. We've got the main deck cabins leading in at 6,999. And we have the middle decks then leading in at 7,499. And then we have the Prestige Suites then, which are your open balcony cabins. Now these are leading in at 9,699. The deposit on all of these is from £650, and they are based on Heathrow flights. We don't have the flight routing yet, so they could be indirect flights, but we'll definitely try and get these on a direct service. The next date then we have is the 15th of March 2028. The same 3 room categories, the Vista Suite leading in at 7,199 for the main deck. We have middle deck cabins from 7,599, and those Prestige open balconies from 9,899. And lastly, 27 September 2028, main deck Vistas are 7,299, and we've got the middle decks from 7,699, and finally those open balconies from 9,999. Again, that deposit on each of these dates is £650, based on Heathrow, but we do have a couple of regionals available with supplement from around £125. That is for Dublin, Manchester and Birmingham. So if any of those appeal, give us a call.
Fantastic. Welcome to everybody in the Solo Cruise Forum, by the way. You are joining us now. I've just approved the post. So you are actually joining us. So if you've got any questions, as I said, please ask us any questions, especially to Pip, who's obviously done this wonderful cruise as well, or to Luke. Please ask any questions that you have, or please just say hello and let us know where you're watching from. So before we talk about before we go through the actual itinerary with Pip as well, Luke, go through the highlights of this incredible opportunity, please.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in this 15 days. But yeah, I mean, starting off, we've got guided tours of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. We've got the Cu Chi tunnels. We visit Phnom Penh, exploring the Royal Palace, Silver Pagoda, the Killing Fields, and the Tuol Sleng Museum. We've got the experience. You can experience local life in Vietnamese and Cambodian villages with crafts and cottage industries. We've got Prey Circus, which blends acrobats with traditional storytelling. And then we have the opportunity then to explore the Angkor Temple complex for Angkor Wat, Tar Prom, and the Faces of Bayonne.
Wow. What an opportunity, folks. This is absolutely stunning. So if it's right for you, folks, you know, this is the number to give a call. Give the team a call now. They are waiting. Now, if you've got any questions, this is a great opportunity to speak to Pit and ask her any questions about this absolutely incredible tour. Pit, welcome to our show. Pit's from Riviera Travel. Good morning, Pit.
Good morning. Good morning from sunny Burton. It's actually sunny here, so I'm pleased to say.
Let us know it's sunny wherever you are. This is an absolutely stunning opportunity. We want to say thank you, first of all. And the ship we're talking about a maximum, aren't we, of 25 people on the ship, because you've got 25 cabins, so you've got 25 solos, so it'd be 25 people on the ship with 32 crew.
That's correct. Yeah, we're really excited to bring Riviera Alba forward. It's the first ship that Riviera have built exclusively for us outside of Europe. So some of you may be familiar with our European cruising. This is the first one outside of Europe, and we're really excited to bring it to the Mekong, which is very much growing in popularity now. So we have the ship. It's the first time we're doing solo cruises as well on the Mekong. So really excited to bring this package and introduce this to everyone.
Brilliant. And
yeah,
all these packages will be downstream as well, because you can go upstream or downstream. So all our sellers will all be going downstream, won't we, as well, Pip, with that one?
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. And that's a ship. It's an artist's impression, because the ship is literally just being built. Fantastic. So let's talk us through this incredible itinerary. That was the itinerary we went through a bit earlier. So we're going to go through it a bit more specifically as well. So first of all, please talk us through this, please, Pip.
Yep. So we start with an overnight flight from the UK. All flights will be overnight just because of the time difference. So we'll be arriving in Hanoi roughly about the afternoon, and the rest of the day will just be to relax and to recover from the flight and just to enjoy the hotel. So at the moment we are planning to use a 5-star hotel to do Park Hotel, beautiful hotel, right by a lake in Hanoi, so you can go for a wander once we've checked in. We have dinner included that night, so we'll have a welcome dinner so you can meet your fellow guests. So we have a drink and dinner included at the hotel. So guests will be able to meet each other, and we've got a nice stay overnight that night, just so you can rest after your overnight flight.
And day 3.
Hanoi's, yeah. So Hanoi will be visited on day 3. So for me, Hanoi is just such an interesting city. It's bustling, it's vibrant, it's very Vietnamese, if that makes sense, because you really do see local life in Hanoi. It's great. There's loads of colonial architecture, as you can see from this picture here. So this is the Opera House. So there's a real mix of colonial architecture. Obviously, there's French architecture because the French had occupied Hanoi as well. And there's so much local life going around. There's people everywhere. There's markets. It's bustling. It's busy, but really, really interesting city to visit. So we'll have a city tour of Hanoi on day 3. And then we will, in the evening of day 3, we'll fly to Siem Reap, and that allows us on day 4 to visit Angkor Wat temples, a real bucket list destination. Anyone who's not been must go. These temples are incredible. It's a huge complex made up of various temples, Angkor Wat being the main one. But we will spend a day visiting the temples here. This is Bayou Temple. It's probably... it's one of my favorites because you have faces on all 4 sides of the pillars. So we will visit this, as well as Tar Prom Temple. Tar Prom you might recognize from films. It's one where we have fig trees that grow all over the temple, so they're completely covered. But we will spend the whole day visiting the temples. So that's a really exciting, interesting day. And that is definitely one of the highlights of the trip.
Unbelievable, absolutely stunning. That's definitely bucket list, folks. If you've got any questions, if you're just joining us, if you've got any questions, we will go through the deal again. We will go through everything again, but please ask any questions or please say hello. So day 5, we've got so much to talk about.
Yep. So day 5 we'll have time in Siem Reap as well. We will visit the Faro Circus, as Luke mentioned. It might be a bit deceptive saying circus, because actually it's a bit like Cirque du Soleil. So anyone who's seen that, it's just incredible. I saw it for the first time this year, and it's all local artists, children who come from various backgrounds, and they've all learned to do these incredible acrobatics. It takes place in this dome theatre, and they do these acrobatics, these tricks with giving a bit of local culture, so adding a bit of local storytelling to the acrobatics as well. So that is a highlight of that day. And we also see more of Siem Reap. So we will see some more of the temples this day as well. So ample time in Siem Reap in Cambodia itself. So, and Siem Reap, there's lots to see. There's markets, there's lots of local culture, there's parks. So yeah, lots to see. A really, really lovely city. And the food here is fantastic as well. So the food in Siem Reap is really good. There's some brilliant restaurants around.
I know, this is seriously bucket list, isn't it? It really is. And day 6, it gets even more exciting, because day 6, we board.
Yeah, so as we said, this is our first ship outside Europe. So we're super excited to be able to build a ship. These are artist impressions because the ship is actually being built at the moment. It's just had its keel laid. So it's very much in production and will be ready in time for our sailings next year. This is actually based on a sister ship as well. So there is a ship that is similar to it existing at the moment that is operating cruises, but we will have it built especially for us. So it's going to be Riviera. It will be a Riviera ship, and we'll have our own.
And that 25 maximum of you, 25. Yeah. You're going to have 25 of you going to have your own ship, which is incredible. There's going to be more crew than there is solos on board. Amazing, Pit.
That's it. You'll be well looked after. There'll be 32 crew to only, there'll be a group of 25 maximum on there. Wow. And the ship at the moment is really spacious as well. The standard cabins are 27 square meters, and that's really big for ship cabins. And we have a couple of suites on board as well. So yeah,
and then
really
day 7.
So we will start our Mekong cruise. So we will visit this. This is Wat Roka Kang. So Wat being temple in Cambodian, and it's a little temple complex. So we, being on the Mekong, we'll be able to step ashore and visit all these places just within walking distance. And yeah, it's just seeing the culture, and the welcome you'll get is amazing. Cambodian people are one of the warmest and friendliest populations that I've met. So
that's stunning. And it goes on. We got day 8. We've got so much to see, haven't we?
Yeah. There's lots to fit in, and there's actually, and so you have a 7-night Mekong cruise, and we'll spend 2 days in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. We'll be visiting the Royal Palace, as you can see here. So we'll have a half-day city tour, visiting the palace and the National Museum, and then you'll have an afternoon free as well. And we'll be running a shuttle to the local market in Phnom Penh. So if you want to stay on board, enjoy the facilities, absolutely. But there's so much to see ashore as well. So we'll be spending ample time in the capital there. And the next day, I'm sure many of you will be familiar with the history of Cambodia and the Khmer Rouge. So actually day 9 will be dedicated to learning a bit more about that very sad history that I have. And we'll have a visit to the killing fields and the Chung Memorial, which you see here. So that will be an interesting day. And we have a visit to the Genocide Museum as well. So you have a full understanding of the sad past of the country.
The history and what it's all about, which is so important. And then day 10.
Yeah. So day 10, you get to relax on board, enjoy the scenery as we sail. So it's really nice. There'll be great facilities on board the ship as well. So there'll be a small jet pool, so you can swim against the current in the jet pool. There'll be a jacuzzi on board. The food will be amazing. And obviously we'll have some beds and stuff, so you can just relax, enjoy a book, and just enjoy seeing the scenery of the Mekong.
Yeah, and posting those wonderful photos, by the way, to Passion for Cruises. Yes. Absolutely, because we would love to see this. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Now we'll move on to day 11.
Yeah, so we'll be visiting some of the smaller villages, and we will stop at a village in the An Giang region in Vietnam. So we'd have entered Vietnam by now, we'd have crossed the border. And we'll be seeing some of the small villages, some of the cottage industries, visiting families. So that's the highlights of the Mekong, is going to see these rural places, as well as some of the smaller towns that lie along the river.
Yeah, absolutely. And day 12.
Yeah, this is a picture of Sardek. It's known as the Lover's House. Anyone who's seen the movie The Lover, which came out a few years ago, but it's very popular, written by a French author. This is based in this house. So we'll be visiting that as part of the city tour in Sardek. So a really interesting place to visit in Vietnam. Situation.
And then to Saigon, day 13.
Yeah, and then we disembark. It'll be the end of our cruise, unfortunately, but we will still have some time in Saigon. So it's still a really interesting end to the tour. This is the Reunification Palace in Saigon. So we'll get to visit this as part of our Saigon city tour. And we'll be spending a couple of nights in Saigon to finish off your holiday.
Wow.
And this is
day 14.
Yeah, and our last visit will be a half-day excursion to Cu Chi Tunnels. So this is based around the Vietnam War. So you'll actually get to see some of the tunnels that you built, which are, having been there, they're so small. It's incredible how people actually managed to live in there. There's whole underground cities under these tunnels. So you'll actually be able to get to visit the site and understand a bit more about the background of the war.
Wow. Before we go to your questions, but if you've got any questions about this, what an opportunity to speak to Pete, because she's done the cruise side. She's been there. Ask her those questions, or ask Luke a question as well. So Luke, first of all, Pete, by the way, thank you so much for bringing this absolutely incredible bucket list, once in a lifetime opportunity to our members. 25 maximum on the ship. That's just absolutely incredible. So Luke, please remind the folks who are actually just joining us the incredible deal we have.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first off, the phone lines are open, so if anybody has taken a shine to the itinerary, it is a local Cardiff rate number as well. So that number is 02920 619961. Or you can email us at passionforcruises@gmail.com. So those 3 dates again, we've got the 27th of October 27, we've got the 15th of March 2028, and the 27th of September 2028 as well. £650 deposit. Those are based on those Heathrow flights, but like I said previously, we do have 3 regional offers with a supplement from £125. Those being Manchester, Birmingham, and Dublin as well. But yeah, pricing on these are from 6,999.
Fantastic. CJ, can you run the video, please? So and now's a great opportunity, folks. If you've got any questions, please ask us those questions. I'm going to put myself to the very bottom here as well, or just please say hello before we go through everything again very, very quickly. First question we have, hello, I'm thinking of this. I am mobility challenged. This is a very good question, but don't need a walker. What level of mobility is this for excursions? Really good question.
Yeah, happy to answer this. I'm really glad you asked, actually. It's a really good question. We do get asked this sometimes. In all honesty, you do need to be mobile for this. Water levels can change on a ship. So sometimes even getting off the ship, there'll be a gangway. There isn't any proper infrastructure. So you will be walking up the side of a hill, maybe, depending on the water levels. And all the tours will involve some walking. Ground will be uneven. So you will need a good mobility on this. And because you're really experiencing the local culture, so we'll be using a lot of local transport as well. So you may be getting on and off tuk-tuks, local moped-driven carts. You'll be getting on and off boats as well. So some of the boats we don't actually moor, some of the ports we don't actually moor alongside the berth. We have to get onto a smaller boat and then go ashore from that. So you do need to be able to get in and on and off transport as well. So yeah, thank you for asking. That's a really good question. But
yeah, and another question. Roughly, when would you recommend the best time of the year to go? What's the different sort of, I guess, weather and things like that you're talking about? I guess, Sandra.
Yeah. So dry season is around the end of October to April. So that is a dry season, but even in wet season, which is just around that. So we don't operate anything earlier than September anyway. And April is the last time that we would operate any of our cruises. And as you see, we're operating the solos in September, March and October. So those are actually really good times to visit. Even in wet season, if there's rain, it's literally a heavy shower and then it's over. So it's not raining all day like we have here. But dry season is when our cruises will predominantly operate. High water levels tend to be around until the end of February. And temperature wise, the Mekong's pretty constant. So 25 to 30, 35 degrees throughout the year. Hanoi is a little cooler. So it can be a little cooler up there to around 20 degrees.
Yeah. How formal is it? That's another lovely question here from Sue. How formal is the cruise? So
it's not. So yeah, during the day, shorts, t-shirts. You don't need to dress up. We do have a captain's welcome. We will have a farewell dinner as well. So people tend to want to dress up a little bit for that, but it's not formal. It's not suits. It's not tuxedos. You might want to wear a top and trousers or a cocktail dress in the evening if you want, but there's absolutely no requirement for that at all. So
yeah,
so it's not.
And I'd like to find out again about the level of mobility you need to. I can walk fine, Sue says, but do suffer with asthma, so I can't walk very fast.
So just to reiterate, you do need to be mobile for this, mainly because you are getting off different forms of transport. So you'll need to get from the Riviera Alba onto a smaller boat to access some ports. So you will see stepping onto boats and then stepping.
So you're
ashore.
mobile. That's the most important thing, basically.
Yeah, you do need to be. Yeah,
need to be mobile as well. And we said here, Ron has said, and can we give an idea of the price? Well, guess what's just flicked up there? Perfect timing. There is the price. That is the price, folks. Yeah, these will be posted, by the way, on all our forums, which is a solo cruise forum by Passion for Cruises, the solo holiday forum, and the solo luxury forum. Thank you, CJ. If you can put us back to normal, please, that would be wonderful. That would be great. Wow, what an amazing opportunity, folks. That is the number to call. The team are waiting to take your call now. It's a local number. It's 02920 619 961. Wow, Luke.
Wow, indeed.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
So, Luke, have you got anything else to add? I can see you look like you're ready to say something.
I was, yeah. Obviously, with the way of the world at the minute, visas. At this current stage, there is no visa requirement for Vietnam. There is, however, a requirement for Cambodia. It is an e-visa. You can apply no later than 4 days before, just because it takes around 3 business days to clear. But that costs around $35 and that's you can apply for that online.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Very, very quickly, I've got another question here. What a fabulous trip. I've just returned from the trip, which included Siem Reap. I did all the tours on here. I'd recommend these tours. If I haven't been on it already, I would have done this. Yeah, thank you so much, Penny. It's again, it's great because some of our members have done similar tours to this as well, so they had that experience. Wow, what an opportunity, folks! Great opportunity. Just to flick through, that is the deal. Those are the times. You know the number. That's the number to call. So, first of all, wow. I want to say a big thank you to Pit and everybody from Riviera Travel, for bringing this amazing opportunity for the solo. As we said, again, you got a maximum of 25 on you with 32 crew. And that's a ship you can be on, which is just being built now. That's actually an artist's impression. I would never have known that, to be honest with you. So, Pit, thank you so much for bringing this wonderful opportunity to us. We really appreciate that. Luke, thank you as well from PFC HQ making your debut today. And what I've got here, Sandra's going to be phoning you soon, Luke. She'll be giving you a call soon. Brilliant. Absolutely. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. So thank you, Luke, for making your debut. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And in the background, we've put the whole show together. We have CJ. Thank you, CJ, for putting it all together. Really appreciate that. That looks incredible, doesn't it? It really
My pleasure. Yeah, what a bucket list trip for everybody. And what a great debut, Pit and Luke. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, fantastic debut, Luke. Really appreciate it. Fantastic as well for you, for Pit from Riviera Travel. We really do. But most importantly, thank you to our members who are watching. This is all about you. We'll be back soon with another live very soon. Thank you, folks, for watching. Bye, folks.